Los Angeles has got some of the most beautiful scenery in the whole world. My wife Cal and I have the best view of all right from our own backyard.
Oh, David! Michael!
Like watching our sons playing at the beach. Go for it. Attaboy, David.
All right, all right.
Lettuce, I got
And
lettuce here.
watching our homegrown fruits and vegetables flourish in our own little garden. Ain't it amazing what you can grow with a little sunshine, a little water, and a lot of love?
如果我听过多，也是我多人家，我的小孩这边什么呢？那么多的吃到的我多，哈，还是问题，还是我穷多了啦。Ginger, hot. No. No. Because even though we're using ingredients like this, we're going to eventually calm them down with this. So you're not going to get any kind of ginger taste. But we are going to use ginger in this chicken. So you take it and you peel the ginger and you get all the skin off. Right? Like that. And then you grate it. And you need about a tablespoon. So I'm going to grate it. Grate it. And a lot of people see that in the store and they say, what is that? It's ginger. Okay, there's my ginger. Now, I'm going to cut some scallions, bite size, okay, and I've pre-measured all this stuff. It's got lovely mushrooms, which I quarter, and then well, we'll see it all. I'm going to make it for you right now. Okay, the butter goes in here. A lot of butter. I'm sorry. Not a lot of butter, but enough to keep this all going together. Now, I'm taking this ginger. Now, that looks very sharp, doesn't it? It looks like a lot of stuff. The ginger goes right in there. Okay, here's your ginger. Now, that's scary to people. Now, I'm putting in the scallions. Here's the scallions that I cut up. Now, look, folks. If you don't have scallions, you can do this with some onions. Just don't tell anybody. So you can have scallions or scallions. Now, we're going to add the breast of chicken that's cut up. And so far, this would be sharp to the taste. I mean, if you tasted this, it would be, wow, you know. Now, I'm adding some drained, sliced water chestnuts. Interesting combination of textures. Now, this cooks a while, and if it gets dried out, you can add a little chicken stock. I serve this on rice, by the way. When I cook my rice, I use chicken stock. I don't use water, so that you get the flavor of the chicken stock, and then the rice is not just there, it's also contributing to the taste of this chicken dish. So, brown rice, very, very good. Now, this is just cooking. And now that the chicken is almost done, I'm adding my mushrooms. So now we have all this good stuff. When this cooks down a bit, oh, it's a piece of ginger got in there. How'd she get in there? Okay. Now I'm adding some sour cream in here. And it's very interesting. I'm putting a bed of hot rice. Oh, nice. Okay. And another bed of hot rice. Oh, yes. Now what I'm doing is I'm pouring this over the rice. Here you go. Pouring this over the rice. Oh, isn't that nice? Now, I tell you, this really works wonderfully. Here you go. Let me just show you what happens. I serve it with a little more sour cream. I know. You take some of this, put it in a dish. Let's say this is an individual serving. I'm serving it with a nice glob of sour cream on the top of it. See that? Okay. I'm taking some parsley And I'm doing this. And I tell you, you will not regret this. And there you are. And there we go. Ginger chicken. Okay, take it away. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I feel so lonely. I don't know which way to go. Ginger chicken. Sounds so good. Good. Oh, that nice? Look at that. String beans. Good. Good. Needs a little garlic. A little oil. When you're picking something from the garden, it's just wonderful. I am amazed at this, amazed. When I was a little kid in Italy, see, we didn't have any aunts or uncles in America. I went to Italy and there was this lady who I'd never seen, and she recognized me, but she was my aunt, my mother's younger sister, and she kissed me and hugged me and took me home to dinner. It was really a wonderful experience. She served string beans, just string beans. That was the first course, string beans. Then they served pasta. There was another course. Then they served a little rabbit with a salad. But by the time the rabbit came, you just wanted a little bit. They had one rabbit for 14 people. They were peasants, but they ate real good. They made this dish. I'm going to make it for you. And I call it green beans the way Mama used to make them in her hometown. Now you just heat a pan. And what happens is, again, you start with the olive oil. Here's some olive oil. And we're going to put in some garlic. Excuse me. Here's some garlic, very nice. And we're going to put in some chopped onion, which makes it wonderful. Now some green beans. Now I take a potato. In the book there's a recipe for many, many people. And we're going to put potato in this. It's very much a dish. I know it must seem very strange to think that you could serve string beans to a whole bunch of people and with some bread. Here's some stewed tomatoes, tomato sauce, a little sage, rosemary and wine, some ground pepper. I always like to put a little basil in it. And what I'm going to do is stir that around. Now, in the book, we put 4 potatoes, but this is enough for 4 people right here. Now, you let that put itself together as you lower it, and you just kind of let that find itself. In about an hour, you serve that, and what happens is everything gets tender and wonderful and it gets married together. And it's really nice. That's string beans the way Mom used to make. Garden pests. Gnocchi. Today we're going to make gnocchi. Gnocchi is spelled G-N-O-C-C-H-I. I'm a very good speller. You know, all right, so I lied. What do you want from me? We're going to make gnocchi. Gnocchi is usually made with potato. Potato is very inexpensive, but here we go. In a bowl, you take 2 cups of flour, and then you add 2 cups of ricotta cheese that you might use in a lasagna. Michael, can you help me? Thanks. Now, 2 eggs. 2 cups of flour, 2 ricotta, 2 eggs. That's your gnocchi. There it is. That's it. Now, mix this with great confidence because eventually this will become a very pliable dough. First you use a spoon to get it all kind of together, and then on a floured board you can use your hands and turn it out and just very, very confidently roll it out and then make little cigars. Now what I'm going to do is take a piece of it. I'm going to put some flour down here. Where's some flour? We're just going to cut this into pieces, all uniform, make them all uniform pieces like that. Now, what I'm going to do is drop them in hot water. And we want to stir them so that they float to the top. Why don't you make the rest of those, Mike, so we can, because we are having company tonight. Okay. You want to just gently move those around. Now they stay right to the bottom. By the time they get to the top, they're ready. I'm gonna just keep this closed. Let's make some more. You ready? Here, let's do this. Okay. Now you roll this and I'll roll that. Here you go. Very good. See that? It's a cigar and boom, 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 boom. These are like kind of huge, very light dumplings. When you make them out of potato, I swear to you, you can't get your fork in them. Good.
Yeah, I'll go in there.
Let me just, well, no, I'm going to take these out. Yo, there they go, floating to the top. Okay, so this is very light gnocchi. Spell gnocchi.
K and
No. Okay, here we go. Now you just take that. Here, Michael, you want to hold that dish
all
for
right,
me?
I'll hold this dish.
Okay. Now I swear to you, people eat this and they go, hey, that's light. You know? No potatoes. This is gnocchis with no potatoes. Okay. Let me just, oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? It's a, oh, sorry. Whoa, sorry, Michael.
How many people does this serve?
Well, it's just either Peter or the 5 of us. Just come over here, I'll get you some sauce. Okay. Carol, David. Let me just, here, where's that? Oh, Carol's here. David's here. How do you spell it? Can I have some of that crushed basil? Here you go. Oh, good, okay. Very good. Now, is the grated cheese there? Grated cheese. Oh, there you go. Nice gnocchi. Who's gonna take it out?
Wait, let me smell it.
Mmm.
It smells like gnocchi.
Yeah, that's what it is. Gnocchi. Come on, let's go. It smells like gnocchi. The question is, how long do you cook shrimp? How long do you cook calamari, squid? I say very, very, very quickly, in, out, as soon as it turns red. Look, if you turned red, I know you were done too. Listen, now in my boiling water, I went through a lot of trouble and they asked a lot of cooks. First, pieces of onion, some carrot, celery, and white wine. And what I do is I put in about a half to 3/4 of a cup of white wine. And it's very interesting because it makes a difference. Now that water is going to be what we cook our shrimp and our calamari in. While that's coming to a boil again, let's make friends with our calamari. And what it is, it's a small animal that has little, I guess they call feet. I don't know. So we're going to separate it, remove the eye and the feet. Well, they're really called tentacles. There's a little thing in here, a plastic thing, that has to be removed. The calamari is cut in rings, which is very, very important because I think that's the prettiest way to work it. If you're going to use calamari in a spaghetti sauce, I do not cook it for a long time. I cook it for a very short time. I prepare the sauce. When the sauce is done and ready to be put on the pasta, that's when I add, at the last minute, my already cooked calamari, and then it's tender and wonderful. So now I add the juice of a lemon. Sometimes I throw the lemon right in. Okay. Now this goes like that. Oh my goodness! Now we're going to cook the tentacles and the calamari tops. Right. Those are all in there. And now the question, how long does it take to cook calamari? Very, very quickly. It's almost as if you're cooking pasta. You put it in boiling water, and well, this doesn't turn pink, this turns white. When the calamari turns white and gets kind of indignant and puffed up, then it's done. But oh, you see, it's already happening, very, very quickly. There you go. It's almost done. It's almost done. There you are. Okay. How long does it take to cook calamata? It's done. I think it's soup. Okay, so now we're gonna put this in here. And what happens is, I leave this just like this. Let's assume that I was going to make a calamata sauce. I would take some of this, add it to my sauce. After my sauce was done, and then this would be delicious added to on top of spaghetti, as you can imagine. See, this is all, it's very tender, but it doesn't cook much longer than that. You heat this up and put it right on the pasta like that. It doesn't take long at all. At Prago's in New York, where I learned to make this dish, by the way, they cook it up hot and fast, and it's always mouth-watering. I can taste it now. Look at that.
All yours, Dom.
There you go. Calamata. Put it on my table.
Oh, and there's my lovely wife, Carol. To your good health.
This is a sure-proof, wonderful way to make sure that your calamata is tender, and it's so good for you. One of the things we have to do is take the shrimp and clean the shrimp. So it usually comes in a casing. I pull off the tail, I take off some of the outer shell and the legs, and then I run a knife along the top very gently, and we want to get rid of that refuge. So that comes out. Now the shrimp is rinsed and ready for boiling. Now this is about 1.5 pounds of shrimp, all cleaned. And here's the one I just did. Okay, in you go. Now I'm going to put it in the boiling water. How long does it take to cook shrimp? Okay. This is an amazing amount of time. When you realize how expensive shrimp are, I think they have to be cooked properly because you don't want to be chewing something that's tough at these prices, you know what I mean? It has to be tender. And it is a very, very fast cooking fish. How long does it take to cook shrimp? About a minute. Here you go. Oh, they look good. Just till they're pink. Okay. And they're done. How long does it take to cook calamata? Very, very little. Here we go. Oh, that one got away. Okay. Here we go. We're going to add that to the shrimp. And what I've done is I've taken 1 pound of shrimp and 1 pound of calamata, and I'm going to use it in a salad. And when I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and cool this off. And when it's cooled off, I'm going to bring it over here, and I'm going to add to it some lemon juice. Wonderful lemon juice. And I'm going to take out the seeds from the lemon juice. And then I'm going to add some parsley and some chopped basil. I'm going to put in 1/2 cup of onion. That's been chopped up. And I'm going to put in about 1 cup of chopped celery. I'm also going to add some capers. Oh, about a 3-ounce jar, I think. Capers. I'm going to add some wonderful olive oil, about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. This is 1, 2, 3. This is a serving spoon. And vinegar, about 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. There you go. I'm going to add some pepper. And I'm going to stir this around. I like for this to sit. In Italy, they call it, insalata di mare, salad of the sea. Isn't that wonderful? Why, you little sailor. Bon voyage. See, it takes just 2 weeks to get this, and every 2 weeks we reseed. The lettuce, you got the spinach over here, which is very nice. Lettuce. Oh, lettuce. I got lettuce. Here. Lettuce. You like that?
Perfect.
Wait, Carol. There's one more leaf. Escarole and beans. I grew this escarole. Isn't it wonderful? Look how nice and big those heads are.
Now, I'm going to use both heads because when you cook escarole, it really kind of shrinks down to nothing.
What I do is I take the end of this off, discard, and then I cut this up and throw it in my sink with a little water because I'm going to rinse this off and wash up my, here we go. Take the end of this, discard, drop this in here, and then just now rinse this real well. Washing day, washing day. Washy. Sometimes you got to do this twice. Now, in a saucepan, heat 1 can of chicken broth, to which you add 1 large head or 2 small heads that have been coarsely cut and thoroughly washed. Put them right in that pan there. Oh, good. Here we go. Look at that. It fills up, but this gets reduced to a very small amount. We cover that. Now, in a separate pan, we're going to put some olive oil and garlic, 2 tablespoons, 2 garlic cloves, something like that. Here we go. All right. Brown that gently, very nice and gently. Now, you can, if you're going to make this for 900 people, you can take some beans and soak them overnight. But this is good for 4 people, so I just use a can of cannelloni beans, and I gently warm them up in that. Now, this cooks for half an hour. Then a half an hour later, I take this and I drop it in there. And then I take a basil leaf, break up the basil leaf. I just like the taste of the basil leaf with that. And then I close that up, and then it all kind of becomes the most wonderful thing, escarole and beans. And it is this guy's best friend, escarole and beans and a loaf of bread. It's so fabulous, I can't believe it. I had no idea. I was, oh my God, it looked terrible. I've been cooking too long. Hurry, escarole and beans. Escarole and beans. I think it's done. Escarole and beans. Oh, isn't that nice? Oh my goodness. Wait a minute, just a minute. Oh, let me get all the good juice there. This is so good. Oh, I just love it. Look at that. Whoa, what fun. Good tasting stuff. Oh, get that in there. Good. Okay. Escarole and beans. Isn't that nice? Oh, where's the cover? I don't want this to get cold. Thank you. Fusilli with marinara sauce, grated cheese, and parsley. Something my family always enjoys. And I love the fusilli because it holds on to the sauce. That looks great. Wonderful. Let me shut the gas. Is that good or what? Beautiful. Wait. That's a serving dish. That's a serving dish. That's not your lunch. 21 Jump Street, indeed.
I was hungry.
I know you were hungry, but I mean, that's for everybody. And that's for the whole family. All right, go.
Can I serve it now?
Yes, go, okay.
We've been waiting.
Yes, I know. Oh, okay. It's my son, Peter. Big, isn't he? Please, it was my pleasure. You sweet little rabbit. Do you like lasagna?
Oh, yeah.
You like lasagna? You do? Do you think that lasagna has to be boiled before you put it down in the layers? You do. You're wrong. No. I'm not wrong. You're wrong. Honest, you really and truly are. You think, you see that little pan?
Yeah.
Well, I am going to make lasagna without boiling it. That's right. I'm not going to boil the lasagna. No, I swear. I swear I really mean it. No, don't be angry. You want to watch me? Okay, you go over there. I'm going to make lasagna, and I'm not going to boil the lasagna. I'm going to put it all in layers. I'm going to put it in layers, cold. You see, here's a lasagna noodle, and it's not been done. Okay, the only thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of water, and I'm going to just put a little bit of water in my pan. That's the only thing that I do that's different. Then I put one layer of sauce. Let's see how long this takes to do, okay? Okay. Look, they're almost wine. Is it soup yet? No, these are not done. More sun, more water, more rain. You know, my mother and father spoke broken English, and I was not so pleased that they couldn't adjust to the American ways. My father always remained true to his Italian heritage. A very nice man, and he would have for dessert peaches and wine, and I thought, oh, wow, this guy, what's he doing? Doesn't he know that that's a fruit and that's a wine, and he shouldn't combine the two? And I was very disturbed with him. My mother was a very simple lady who never wore any makeup, and as a kid, I was embarrassed about that. Can you imagine? I've changed my mind. I'm very proud of them now. My father used to take the wine that he made in our basement, and he would float his peaches in them, and then we'd talk about life, and he'd discuss things, and then we'd eat the peaches and wine. And then my father died, and I missed him a lot. And then I took my wife to a restaurant, a very expensive restaurant, and on the menu it said, peaches and wine. And the recipe is just peaches, a glass, fill it up with wine. You leave it there long enough for a dad and a son to talk and get to be better friends. Thanks, Dad. Hey, that was good. All right. You know something? You guys are something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you are too, then.
Thanks. I love you guys. Hey, there you go. Go get him, boy. Wait for me.
Gnocchi. Usually gnocchi is made with potato, but this is made with ricotta, which is very, very light. Okay, gnocchi is spelled K-N-O-C-C-H. I'm going to show you how to make gnocchi. K-N-O-C-C. I'm going to show you how to make gnocchi. K-N-O-C-C. Look at him. He's in the country 3 months and he's spelling better than me.